The movie opens in a faraway time with a king and queen deeply in love, living in bliss. Their happiness peaks when they welcome a beautiful daughter into their lives. But sadly, their joy is short-lived when the queen suddenly disappears, leaving no trace throughout the kingdom. The king's advisor steps up to care for the little princess, but she's not interested in royal rules. She just wants to be herself. The advisor complains to the king about the princess's behavior, who replies that it's only natural for her to be this way since she's growing up without her mother. He instructs the advisor to increase his search for the queen until she's found. However, it soon becomes clear that the advisor has a secret plan to overthrow the king. He plans to send the princess far away, then find the queen and marry her to take control of the kingdom. He secretly instructs his assistant to spy on everyone in the castle and report back to him. Meanwhile, the princess is excited because her birthday is the next day. She can't sleep from all the anticipation, thinking about the gifts she'll receive. To pass the time, she decides to read a book and stumbles upon a shiny volume that captivates her, so she takes it to her room. Suddenly, the book opens on its own, and a beautiful butterfly emerges before returning to the book. Curiously, the princess reaches inside, and before she knows it, she's transported to a whimsical world. She's thrilled, realizing she must be in a fairy tale. Soon, she finds a house in this magical place and enters to discover a friendly dragon. They get to know each other, having fun and flying together. She tells him it's the best birthday ever, but eventually says she wants to go home. The dragon offers to help her return, and she promises to visit again tomorrow. The advisor suggests to the king that he take a vacation to a distant kingdom to unwind, claiming he'll oversee the realm in his absence. However, the king refuses, fearing the queen might return while he's away. The following day, the princess opens the magic book again, transporting her back to the dragon's world. But this time, she finds he's missing. As she searches for him, she hears his voice calling and discovers him stuck in a tree. She decides to help him, and a group of dwarves comes along to lend a hand. The princess flies with the dragon, thanking the dwarves for their help. Meanwhile, the advisor tries to convince the king to wage war on neighboring kingdoms, but the king prefers peace, saying it's better to live safely. The princess returns to the magical world, playing with the dragon until she finds a magic wand. She picks it up and starts playing, turning the dragon into a rabbit and herself into a dwarf. As they try to return to normal, they accidentally transform into chairs. Just then, the dragon, Doro, manages to revert them back, and she discovers the dragon has a magic mirror, but he takes it from her. Back in the castle, the princess tells the king he needs a magic scepter to be happy, but he dismisses it as nonsense and decides to go on a quest himself to find the queen. Coincidentally, the advisor overhears the advisor talking to the magic mirror and learns that she can communicate with anyone. She discovers she can communicate with anyone and find out where they are using the magic mirror. She decides to call her mother, but the mirror doesn't work. Doro suggests she use a mirror from her own world instead. The princess sneaks into the advisor's room to grab his mirror, but he catches her and decides to lock her in her chamber. She rushes to tell Doro everything, and he agrees to help her into her world, bringing along a piece of the sacred tree and the magic scepter. Doro flies the princess to the advisor's tower, a place she's never been before. They find a huge wall, but manage to open it after solving its riddles. However, they accidentally fall into a deep pit where they run into the dwarves again. The dwarves inform them there's a gate leading to their destination and help them climb out of the pit. The princess finds the mirror and asks to see her mother. To her joy, she actually sees her mother, but the mirror cuts off before she can find out where she is. The princess tears up, feeling hopeless about finding her mother, when she suddenly hears her voice saying she'll return, but not to tell anyone about it. Next, we see the king punishing the advisor and exiling him to a distant place after learning the truth. He defiantly claims he did nothing wrong and that the princess is using an ancient magic book. The princess tells the king there's no magic book and that it's just myths, just like he had said before. Believing her, the king decides to send Doro back to his world, where they agree to meet up from time to time. The princess bids him farewell. Suddenly, her mother appears, and the princess is overjoyed, hugging her tightly. Her mother explains she'll tell her everything when she's older. They go to the king and celebrate the queen's return with everyone, wrapping up the film.